Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share a mind-boggling story with you that starts off horribly, and if you ask me, ends with divine intervention. Imagine going for a morning walk to get some exercise, to maybe walk your dog while it's still cool out before the hot summer day takes over, and you see a towel on the ground, out of place. And as you get closer, you see that the towel is wrapped around a newborn baby. That is what happened to a couple in Katy, Texas, who decided to take their pups out for a morning walk around 9 a.m. on June 15th of 2024, and the woman who came across the towel-wrapped infant told the news that she didn't even know why she felt compelled to take a walk that morning, but something told her to get outside and get some fresh air. And thank God they did, because they said they saw the man who left the baby on the walking trail run away from the area where the baby girl was left shortly before they came across her. So she wasn't left out in the sun and Texas heat that would have no doubt ended her life.
Good evening to you. I'm Tom Ziska. We're glad to have you with us. We begin with a newborn baby found abandoned. The child is safe as police are now searching for whomever left the infant alone. Fox 26's Jade Fleury is live in Northwest Harris County tonight with more. Jade.
Tom, the newborn baby was found unclothed and wrapped in a towel here on this bridge right here behind me. Thankfully, some Good Samaritans found the child and called police before the heat became a danger.
Somebody must have been going through something to have left their child there.
Surveillance video shows the moment a man leaves a newborn baby on a small bridge in the Plantation Lakes neighborhood Saturday morning. The man leaving the infant and then running away.
The baby was a newborn, still had, fresh placenta on the baby, so it was freshly born this morning.
A few minutes later, a couple walking their dogs noticed the infant on the bridge. They quickly pick up the child and immediately call for police. When officials arrive, the couple can be seen flagging down law enforcement for help.
I spoke to the couple, that discovered the child. Right now, mom is in a state where, she's, very emotional, because she has a child of her own.
The location where the baby was left abandoned, a popular area near the Bear Creek walking trail.
They walk back and forth. They'll enter in here and then they'll come back out, but I don't see it being somewhere where anybody would drop a baby.
Now, Harris County officials are reminding parents of the Baby Moses Law, the law giving parents who are unable to care for their child the choice to leave their infant with emergency medical workers.
You can always, go to a fire station, go to a hospital, release and render the child to, professional services.
Tragic situation that the baby ended up there, but, at least the baby's okay.
And the baby was taken to Methodist Hospital in stable condition. Officials say the person that left the baby here could be charged with endangering and abandonment of a child. Reporting from Katy, Jade Fleury, Fox 26 News.
Saturday morning, Daniela Fideli decided to take a walk with her family before it got too hot outside, something they do often.
Went down, the street, Casa Martin, over the little bridge and then we turned left, going towards Greenhouse.
On their way back home, they noticed a towel on the ground, their 3-year-old daughter riding her bike towards it. They quickly realized what was there.
I noticed 2 little feet moving, and then my husband was right behind me with the dogs, and I yelled to my husband, I'm like, oh my God, a baby, and then my husband like, call 911, call 911. And that's what we did.
Surveillance video from a neighbor shows the moment Daniela and her husband spotted the newborn baby, rushing to help.
Once my husband went ahead and picked up the baby, he found the nearest tree right there at that house down the street. He found a little shade.
She says they were in shock, and as a mom, it's difficult to understand why someone would do this.
This image has been going on through my head so many times, and this is how can you do that? I was shocked, I was mad, I was upset.
But she's thankful they were at the right place at the right time.
I don't know, made us go for a walk this morning. We usually do, but sometimes, you just don't want to do it. Things happen. But this morning we're like, no, let's go ahead and, get out.
And wants to share this message.
There is options. I mean, you can drop it off at a fire station, a police station, a hospital. I don't know, do some, but don't leave the baby.
Thank God they went for a walk that morning. And thank God they were directed to take the path they did. Now that precious baby girl has a chance at a good life with a loving family. But imagine leaving a child out in the elements, defenseless, to die, in the hot sun, the searing heat. When there are safe haven laws that allow birth mothers and fathers to safely drop off their newborns with caregivers at hospitals, fire stations, and police stations without any consequences. But instead, the man in the video chose to leave the baby out in the heat that was coming, not knowing if she would be found in time to save her. Now, police are asking for the public's help to identify the man in the video, who they are describing as a young Hispanic or white male with a slim build with black hair. I know it's not much of a description, but y'all know somebody knows something. They always do. Police held a press conference giving the details of the case on the day the baby was found, and I haven't seen much more information about the man they're searching for come out since. But more importantly, they say the baby girl, who still had her umbilical cord attached, is going to be okay. Thank God. And thanks to the incredible couple who found her. Here's the press conference for the details of what happened that day. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more true crime stories. Stay safe out there, and here is the press conference.
Hello, Sergeant Garcia with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, Child Abuse Unit. Present with me is Investigator Ronnie Jones. He's going to be the lead investigator in this case. Today at approximately 9 a.m., the Harris County Sheriff's Office Patrol District 4 was dispatched to a welfare check. Upon arrival, units met with two witnesses who discovered a baby wrapped in a towel. The witnesses collected the baby, contacted 911. The child was ascertained by EMS, transported to Methodist Hospital in Katy. Currently, right now, the child is in stable condition. Right now, we have an unknown male who dropped the child off at the location right here, located at the 5400 block of Casa Martin Drive. So right now, we don't have any leads at this time. That's all the information we have currently, but we're still looking into possible video footage regarding an alleged suspect.
Was the baby in something or just wrapped in the blanket?
The baby was unclothed, wrapped in a towel.
Would it appear to be a brand new baby, a brand newborn?
The baby was a newborn. Still had, fresh placenta on the baby, so it was freshly born this morning.
What charges could someone face for abandoning a baby?
Abandonment and endangerment of a child.
So how far was the baby, like in the street, in the grassy area?
Right behind here, there's a little bridge that crosses over from the end of this cul-de-sac into a trail that's for the neighborhood for walking. And the child was located on the bridge, wrapped in a towel.
The chances, I guess, would you call it, I don't know if blessing is the word, but just that someone came and saw the baby before the sun got as hot as it.
The two witnesses that were thankfully walking on the trail with their child and their dogs were a blessing. They were able to, notice right away a male walking away from, a white towel. They discovered the child and, immediately, rendered, and contacted 911. So the child wasn't out in these elements, which is very hot right now, for a very long time.
What do you say to parents who might be facing a hardship and don't know what to do?
In a situation like this, if you end up having a child and you're not prepared, you're embarrassed, or you're unaware or anything like that, this child Moses law, you can always, go to a fire station, go to a hospital, release and render the child to, professional services to where, the child can, be in a better element than out here in this heat.
I guess, can you just kind of talk about the human aspect of it, having something like this happen in this type of neighborhood?
Well, of course, this is not normal, but again, we don't know the elements behind it. This doesn't happen all the time. A lot of people do go to hospitals and fire stations. We don't hear about that because they are, releasing the child to professional services for, the health, well-being of the child.
There has to be kudos to this couple because they, people could easily ignore it or not want to be a part of it. What do you say to folks who are brave enough to say, we got to do something about this?
Oh, absolutely. I spoke to the couple, that discovered the child. Right now, mom is in a state where, she's, very emotional, because she has a child of her own. I praise her, and I said, you're at the right place at the right time. For anybody else that encounters this, do not hesitate to call 911. We are here for, to provide, any services for incidents like this.
Any chance you all will be releasing any suspect description or images?
Right now, everything's preliminary. We're still reviewing video footage. So once we get that, there's a possibility we'll release some information.
Will y'all be out here much longer, do you think?
We're still canvassing the area. We're trying to talk to neighbors, anybody with camera footage or anything that they may have seen or heard or possibly, know who this individual is.
Say if this person came from that way or from this side of the street?
So right now it's kind of preliminary because we're still looking at video footage that's in the area, so we don't know exactly where the individual came from. We just know behind us in the walking trail is where we found the child. You have any other questions or anything for myself or Investigator Jones? All right.
Is the baby going to be with Child Protection Services for now?
At this time, the child is going to be ascertained for any medical issues or anything like that, testing, and then once the child is passed and cleared with a doctor, of course CPS will step in and then provide some kind of housing or foster care for the child.
Are you encouraging people who might have known someone who might have recently been pregnant and is no longer to come forward? Would that be safe to say?
Absolutely. If anybody comes to these incidents like this, feel free to contact the hospital, contact the fire station, anything like that. We're here to help.
Yeah.
Any further questions?
Can you just spell your name for us and your role?
I'm Sergeant Juan Garcia, JUAN-GARCIA. I'm a sergeant with the Child Abuse Unit, Harris County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah. I'm Investigator Jones with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Child Abuse Unit. Ronnie, RONNIE, Jones, JONES.